Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to discuss when the Sorcery Alpha boxes compared to the Magic the Gathering Alpha boxes hit $1,000. If you have been living under a rock, the Sorcery Alpha boxes just hit around $1,000, and before the beta came out, there was actually a bit of a dip in the price of the alpha boxes, but they climbed up and they climbed beyond what they have ever been before, and they are now around $1,000. And people often say, yeah, that's crazy. It took Magic the Gathering around 30 years to hit the $1,000 mark for a box, and of course, alpha boxes are way more expensive than $1,000. But it's still interesting to compare if it really took Magic the Gathering that long. I quickly want to thank my patrons and my channel members before we dive into the conversation. It's with your support that I can make these videos, and I am independent, which I really appreciate, because I can talk about whatever the fuck I want and about stuff like this. If you want to become a channel member or a Patreon, feel free to do so if you are able to do so. So let's have a look at Magic the Gathering alpha boxes first, and what you see on screen here is technically not an alpha box, because alpha boxes did not have a plastic seal. At least as far as I know. I think some of the beta boxes did, and then beyond the unlimited boxes and the revised boxes definitely did, because I bought a revised box back in the day and it had a seal. Alpha boxes came out in 1993, so it's definitely not comparable technically to the situation of the Sorcery Alpha boxes. And you see the ones with the 39 boosters here, they added because we had to wait a while. I think personally, you need to compare apples with apples and not apples with oranges. I think that's how you say it, right? But times have changed. Alpha boxes for Sorcery have been more available than alpha boxes for Magic the Gathering. So there are a lot of different factors, but still I think it's interesting to see that the Magic the Gathering alpha boxes did not take that long to hit $1,000 because of the popularity of the game. And this actually, I think, is an actual alpha box which did not have a seal. Yeah, that would be nice to have nowadays, wouldn't it? How long did it take for Magic the Gathering alpha boxes to hit $1,000? There is not a lot of info about that, but I found something that is based on the numbers of a magazine, and we will have a look at it in a second. But generally, people expect Magic the Gathering to have taken a very long time until the prices got very high. And I've been around at the time, and I have seen unlimited boxes on conventions or at conventions on the convention floor. And I know even in 1994 the prices have been very high for everything older than revised. And the beta prices sometimes were even higher than the alpha prices, because beta was not with the round corners. At least the cards did not have round corners, and people were playing beta unlimited and revised, and yeah, you didn't really have a lot of sleeves back then, so beta was more sought after than alpha. But how long did it take the alpha to hit $1,000? I think this makes it pretty clear, and this is the Scry info. I don't know if you remember the magazine, but it was a very popular magazine. I still even have a couple of copies somewhere. And if you look at the prices for alpha starter boxes and booster boxes of 1995, so that's 2 years after the release, the alpha boxes are already $2,200. Beta boxes, booster boxes are around $1,650. And then just 4 years later, close to the 2000s, we're already at above $3,500 for an alpha box. And if you look at 2004, the price almost doubled within a couple of years because of the popularity of Magic the Gathering. Unlimited would have been nice to pick up, like a booster box for $1,500, a little less than beta only, and probably beta would have been the better choice than unlimited for $1,650 in 1995. But that are the prices I remember from the conventions. So if anybody tells you, hey, it took Magic the Gathering years and years, decades to reach high prices, no, it did not. and the alpha boxes were a lot more limited than people expect. So again, you have to compare apples with apples, and yeah, that's not that easy. But if you think about the fact that back in the day, in 1995 here, when the alpha boxes were above 2,000 bucks, like 2,200 bucks, as you see here. If you think about the fact that those 2,200 bucks are a lot more valuable than 2,200 bucks now, then I think the price increase for Magic the Gathering boxes has been even higher and quicker than it is the case for sorcery boxes. So you should have a look at everything in a relative perspective, or in perspective, relatively. So everything is relative, let's say it like this. I'm curious what you think. Do you think $1,000 is justified for Sorcery Alpha boxes now? I think the beta boxes are holding steadily at around 150. I see Team Covenant still selling them for 150, so that's the retail price. Over here in Europe, the beta boxes, I just received them, as you know, if you might have seen the videos. The beta boxes are more or less sold out. I don't see a lot anywhere. There are a couple of bundles here and there for like 250, 300 bucks with a beta box, a beta starter brick, and a play mat. Pretty okay still, if you want to get into it, I think, considering that the starter bricks are around 30 bucks, and people are doing markups for those as well already. But I think if you're lucky, you still can find something here and there. Overall, I think once that is not the case anymore and beta is gone, the price for beta will quickly rise as well. We will see. But again, my question here now is, are you thinking that the beta price is going up? And the other question, of course, was, are you thinking $1,000 for an alpha box is justified based on the very limited supply of those as well after the Kickstarter? Folks, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and please like the video and hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed yet. That would really help the channel. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. Thanks a lot for listening. I talk to you next time. Bye bye.